Good day everyone. Today we will present our project titled ARQ Protocol Performance Analysis in Heterogeneous Network Environments. This project focuses on analyzing how different ARQ protocols perform under different network conditions, especially in modern high-speed communication environments. Our goal is to identify which ARQ protocol provides the best reliability and efficiency for data transmission. ARQ or Automatic Repeat Request ensures reliable data transmission by detecting lost packets and retransmitting them when needed. This is important for applications like video streaming, online meetings, and cloud services. In this project, we compare stop and wait, go backend, and selective repeat ARQ. Stop and wait sends one packet at a time and waits for an SEK, making it simple but slower. Go back and send multiple packets using a sliding window but retransmit packets from the lost packet onward. Selective repeat retransmit only lost packet, giving the highest efficiency but with higher complexity. Stop and wait has the lowest throughput and efficiency because the sender must wait for an SEK after every packet, but it is the simplest protocol to implement. Go back and improves performance by sending multiple packets continuously using a sliding window, although it may cause unnecessary retransmission when packet loss occurs. Selective repeat achieves the highest throughput and efficiency because it retransmits only lost packet, making it more suitable for modern high-speed networks despite its higher complexity. For our deployment scenario, we use Wi-Fi 5 GHz as the access network and mobile 5G as the backhaul network. Wi-Fi 5 GHz provides high bandwidth, faster transmission speed, and low interference compared to Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz, although its coverage is shorter. Mobile 5G offers extremely high speed and low latency, supporting real-time communication and better network responsiveness. This setup represents a modern network environment suitable for evaluating ARQ protocol performance. In this high bandwidth and low latency environment, stop and wait ARQ is expected to have the lowest throughput because it cannot fully utilize network speed. Go back and perform better with larger window sizes and works efficiently when packet loss is low. Selective repeat is expected to achieve the best overall performance because it retransmits only lost packets, reduce transmission overhead, and improve bandwidth utilization. Therefore, selective repeat ARQ is the most suitable protocol for modern Wi-Fi 5 GHz and mobile 5G networks.
Our group chose the combined network environment of a 1000 Mbps line access network and a mobile 5G backhaul network. To gather reliable data for our analysis, I compiled the provided C-based discrete event simulator using the modern ISO C99 standard in DEV C++. I executed a comprehensive design search across 18 distinct configurations. This covers both network scenarios, 3 network quality conditions, good, moderate, and poor, and all 3 ARQ protocols, stop and wait, go back and selective repeat. To eliminate statistical anomalies and ensure high data reliability, each unique network and parameter arrangement was configured to run exactly 100 times. During the simulation execution, the program strictly enforced the required mathematical boundary limits for sliding windows. Specifically, go back and window sizes were restricted to W less or equal to 2 to the power of m minus 1, while selective repeat window sizes adhere to W less or equal to 2 to the power of m minus 1 based on the sequence bit with m. All 18 raw unmodified CSV data files were successfully generated and handed over to my groupmate for data crunching and performance metric calculations.
So for this part is calculation, which is we use 5 formula, which is throughput Mbps, second is goodput Mbps, third is bandwidth utilization in percent, fourth is average delay per packet in ms, and lastly is retransmission in percent. So this part is for the graph. The first part is go back end, which we split it into two graphs, which is protocol graph and run graph. The first is the protocol graph, which we can see here is the highest is sum of throughput Mbps, and the lowest is sum of retransmission in percent. And for the run graph of go back end, we can see it's the highest is sum of throughput Mbps, and the lowest is same of the sum of retransmission. This is the second part of the graph, which is stop and wait. As we can see, we have protocol graph and runs graph. In this protocol graph and run graph, the sum of average delay per packet ms is the highest among all. This because this protocol strictly waits for acknowledge before sending the next packet. It's simple and reliable protocol. The ideal waiting time dramatic drive up packet delay and lowers overall network efficiency. Is shown in the both graph in protocol and runs graph. Lastly, for the graph section is selective repeat graph, which is we have two also, which is the protocol graph and the runs graph. In selective repeat attempts to strike a balance by only retransmitting the specific packets that were lost or corrupted. As a result, we can see a very strong throughput in the blue bars and a highly efficient good put, while the average delay, which is the yellow bar, is still present due to buffer management and reordering at the receive side. It's managed to maintain excellent performance stability across different runs without choking the network bandwidth like a stop and wait does.
Hi, my name is Devi, and I will be the fourth member, which will do the analysis of the result. So these are the analysis of the ARQ protocol performance. So they have four impacts. First is the impact of the latency. When the latency increase, the delay experienced by all protocol also increase. For stop and wait is the most affected because every packet transmission require waiting for an acknowledgement. The higher the latency, the longer the sender remains idle. For go back N and selective repeat, they are less affected because they can keep multiple packets in transit at the same time. Packet loss also has a major impact on the performance. So the next one is the impact of the packet loss. For stop and wait, only one packet is retransmitted and lower retransmission overhead. For go back N, when a packet is lost, all packets after the lost packet must be retransmitted. Even if they were received correctly, this causes a large increase in retransmission ratio and reduced throughput. Selective repeat performs better because only lost packet is retransmitted. This minimizes unnecessary retransmission and makes better use of available bandwidth. Therefore, the selective repeat is generally more efficient in environment with moderate or high packet loss. The simulation also shows that protocol parameters influence performance. So, first is the impact of the window size. A small window is low utilization and low throughput. A larger window size allows more packets to be sent before waiting for an acknowledgement. This generally increases the throughput and bandwidth utilization because communication channel is used more effectively. However, if the window becomes too large, the transmitted overhead may increase, especially for go back N and when the packet losses occur. Next is the impact of the timeout. If the timeout is too short, the sender may assume a packet is lost even when it is simply delayed. This results in unnecessary retransmission and wastes bandwidth. On the other hand, if the timeout is too long or too large, the sender waits too long before retransmitting a lost packet, which increases the delay and reduces overall performance. The optimal timeout it balance between responsiveness and efficiency. Therefore, choosing an appropriate timeout value is important for achieving the best balance between reliability and efficiency. Next, I will compare each of the protocol. So based on the overall result, each protocol has its own weak strength and weakness. First is the stop and wait. It is the simplest protocol and requires the least amount of memory and processing. However, it achieves the lowest throughput and bandwidth utilization, especially in networks and with high latency. So next one is for the go back end. It improves throughput, which means that it has a good throughput through the use of a sliding window. However, its performance decreased significantly when packet loss increased because many packets may need to be retransmitted. So high retransmission under loss. For selective repeat, the strength is the best efficiency because it is the most advanced protocol among the three. It retransmits only the packets that are lost and allow correctly received packets to be buffered. As a result, it achieves better throughput, higher goodput, lower retransmission ratio, and more efficient bandwidth utilization compared to the other protocols. Next is the expected ranking for all of the three protocols. So as we can see, with every network, for good network, moderate network, and poor network, selective repeat is the best one. And for the good network, second best is the go back end and stop and wait. For moderate network, the second best is go back end, and the third one is stop and wait. For poor network, the second best one is stop and wait and go back end. So as a conclusion, selective repeat is the best, second is the go back end, and the third one is the stop and wait. So, for the conclusion, the simulation demonstrates that network characteristics such as latency, packet loss, timeout value, and window size have a significant impact on ARQ protocol performance. In conclusion, this project demonstrates that ARQ protocol performance depends heavily on network condition and the protocol configuration. Factors such as the latency, packet loss, timeout value, and window size directly affect throughput, delayed retransmission, and the bandwidth utilization. Based on our analysis, among the three protocols, stop and wait provides simplicity but suffers from low throughput. Go back and improve throughput but becomes inefficient when packet loss is high. Selective repeat consistently achieves better throughput, goodput, and bandwidth utilization while maintaining the lower retransmission overhead. Based on our analysis, selective repeat is the most suitable protocol for reliable communication across the heterogeneous network environment compared to the other one, which is the stop and wait and go back end. Therefore, our recommendation, the best protocol is the selective repeat. The reason is because highest throughput, highest goodput, lowest retransmission ratio, and better bandwidth utilization perform well under the varying network condition. With the configuration that achieved the best performance in our simulation results, this configuration produced the highest throughput and goodput, while maintaining the low delay and retransmission overhead. Therefore, our recommendation or the best configuration is the window size of 512, timeout is 10 ms, sequence number size is 1024. For the justification, it achieves highest throughput, achieves highest goodput, lowest delay, and lowest retransmission ratio. That's all from us. Thank you.